Not that we're trying to scare anyone today, but maybe Mike, you could share a story or two about clients who maybe waited a little too long before creating an actual entity in a foreign country or registering for some of these key considerations.
Yeah, thanks. Probably the single most impactful event in the last 30 years related to U.S. companies, and particularly dealing with branches, was the Bhopal gas leak in 1984. Just 2 years ago, 8 Union Carbide executives were convicted by the India criminal courts of negligent death. That's really changed dramatically over the last 25 years, the approach of dealing with branches, and particularly because of litigation in the U.S. I would say a less extreme example is the use of rep offices in China, where we've seen quite often, again over the last 10 or 15 years, companies going there under the sort of the notion that they don't have a taxable presence, and generally that would be applicable for a few employees, but some of these things grow to dozens of employees, and we've seen situations where, again, penalties and have accrued, and also the Chinese government will close offices as a result of violating these rules. I would say that maybe a little bit less of a horror story, but certainly something that's applicable to many early stage technology companies, is dealing with PE issues and dealing with IP transfers, particularly where somewhere down the road, because of the way you've been structured and you start operating in various jurisdictions, there can be deemed sales or deemed transfers of intellectual property, and often leads to people trying to circumvent the rules and dealing with installment sales and various other techniques. So I would say that those are probably the most common issues.